What's good, everybody? My name is Josh, aka JaceTheDon, and today I will be giving you my review on the Cuphead show. First, before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on your post notifications. It really does help out the channel. Now, without further ado, let's hit that intro.
I can't wait no more. Sick of trying, that's why I'm always smiling, cause I complicate my goal. So surrender, that's why I remember it's the simple things in life. Either it does or doesn't feel right. It's the simple things in life. Come on baby, let's ride.
And we're back. Now, this is a disclosure. If you have not seen the show, I will be giving spoilers. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the show, I suggest you click off this video, tap off of it, save it, put it in your watch later list, then come back and hear what I have to say on my review of the Cuphead show. Again, I'm giving you 30 seconds. This is your warning. This is spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. You've been warned. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so my review on the Cuphead show. I really love this show. It really put me in a place of nostalgia, not just because of those classic 30s cartoons that I grew up on, but as an overall fan of the Cuphead franchise. Seeing some of the most memorable characters from the game come to life on screen, it really opened a big place in my heart. The art style is great, down to the facial expressions and the movements of the characters to the backgrounds that really set the tone for the show. Like, it really felt like they used that watercolor format like they did in the original game, which, if you don't know the original game, the backgrounds were watercolor painted. Yes, they were painted by hand. It was just really dope. Cuphead and Mugman basically find themselves in these crazy, hilarious, and sometimes dangerous adventures. You know, carrying that same energy kind of from the game, but a lot less darker than what the game is. You know, the overall story. My thoughts on the Cuphead show trailer gives you all you need to know about the story and all that stuff. But the voice actors really did an amazing job of bringing all these characters to life. Like, if I would have had in my head what these characters would sound like, I feel like they did a pretty accurate job of what I would have imagined. Some of the characters we saw on the show were King Dice, the Devil, Ribby Croats, Rupak, Grim Matchstick, and Miss Chalice, each with their own episodes, which I'm hoping to see other bosses get their own episodes as well. Baroness Von Bonbon, Calla Maria, Rumor Honeybombs, like, I want to see them with their own episodes, so I hope that in the future we see that. I loved all of the 12 episodes that we got, but there were some of the episodes that are my favorites, and they will definitely hold a place there. One of the episodes was Handle with Care. I found that episode really hilarious because of how embarrassed and ashamed Mugman was breaking his handle. You know, him, Cuphead and Mugman were fooling around in Elder Kettle's house, and Mugman accidentally broke his handle off of his, cup. And it was hilarious because it was, how Mugman reacted to it. I like the story behind it and how Cuphead, you see a side of Cuphead, you think he's this, not really thinking, but in this episode, I think it really showed a side of Cuphead that he's a caring, loving brother. He cares about his brother. He'll do anything for his brother. He'll help him. And this episode really shined a light on that, which I love. Another one of my episodes that I loved was Roll the Dice. Yes, Roll the Dice because of King Dice. King Dice is my favorite character in the game, but also in the show. I mean, there's so much to it. Wayne Brady, who voices King Dice, did a phenomenal job of voicing King Dice. I don't think anyone else could have played this part better than he could have. Also, just so many great moments in this episode that I love. It's in the episodic theme with the devil trying to get Cuphead's soul, which in the first episode you'll see that, and it kind of carries on the story with King Dice. And also, look at Mugman's stage fright face. You can't tell me that his face isn't meme-worthy. It's not joke-worthy. You can't use that as a reaction face. Low-key, I want to make that like a custom mug with his stage fright face on it. I think that would be really cool to have. Or like a shirt, something. I would really love that. But one of the other things that in this episode I don't think people really notice is that I could tell that King Dice, he likes Cuphead, like as a person. I felt like there was like a hidden bond between those two. Like they had a certain vibe to them in that episode that I really liked. I hope hopefully we get to see more of that. Another episode that kind of carried that same vibe was Sweater Luck Next Time, which, by the way, again, I said the episodes with the devil are very episodic, and they're continuing the plot with the devil trying to capture Cuphead's soul. In this episode, he gets pretty close to capturing it, like very close to capturing it, but fails due to, in one of the previous episodes, where Mugman goes to Quadratus to get the invisible yarn, which Mugman has to knit an invisible sweater for Cuphead to protect his soul. But anyway, he gets closer, like I said, but he fails due to Mugman, the invisible sweater that Mugman knitted for Cuphead. And there was a point where it was just Cuphead and the devil on screen. And Cuphead was telling the devil jokes, and I loved that bond that they have. Again, like with King Dice, I could tell that there was like a hidden bond that the devil cares for Cuphead in some fashion. I wouldn't say that he likes him like as a friend, possibly, maybe, could be, but there was some sort of care in the devil's heart for Cuphead, which I really admired that, because it's not only showing that the devil is mainly about on his mission, but he does have a soft side to him, which I really love. One of the other episodes I loved was Ribby Croats. I loved how they introduced us to the chaotic but very pure brothers, who love the boxing and they love singing. They sing in this episode. They do their whole boxing thing where they fight each other. Reminding me so much of the game when you first get introduced to them. This episode was really fun to watch. It was interesting to see the dynamic and the brotherhood, not just for Cuphead and Mugman, but also for Ribby and Croats. I also got a very similar vibe. If you look at the two groups, the two brotherhoods, I really got a similar vibe with each of them. I really loved that episode. And lastly, Ghosts Ain't Real. I love this episode because, like I mentioned before, the backgrounds in the show really pull from that 1930s feel of those, the homage to that animation. And there was a scene where Cuphead and Mugman are walking through the graveyard, and it's like this 3D background graveyard type thing. Which, if you know, in the 30s they used that style, and they even used that style in the actual game Cuphead. And again, like I said, just calling back and bringing homage to those 30s cartoons. The episode also reminded me of that episode of Popeye where the ghosts, Popeye was having so much trouble with the ghosts and they were messing with Popeye. You know, just as a thought. You know, there were so many Easter eggs to, you know, I think it was the skeleton dance in one of the 30s cartoons back then. Like I said, so many Easter eggs and references and homages into this show. And then we end off with the last episode, In Charm's Way, with Miss Chalice. And it leaves us on a cliffhanger with Miss Chalice transforming into a ghost, leaving the boys in the cookie factory. They get arrested and sent to jail, and that's basically how the episode ends. So I'm pretty sure that will lead us into I don't know what just happened. But anyway, as I was saying, that cliffhanger will probably lead us into the next season of what happens. They're clearly going to tell like little side stories in this, which I love. You know, it doesn't have to be a whole full-on storytelling show. You can do little side stories and little one-off episodes that just make it more fun, like those old classic cartoons like Looney Tunes did. So you're probably wondering, like, what's my rating for this show? My rating is 10 out of 10 cookies. Yes, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend the show. If you're bored and you're kind of like, I kind of want to sit down and watch a good cartoon, I would definitely recommend watching the Cuphead show. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good laugh. You're going to be interested. Hey, who knows? This might interest you into, you know, buying the game and playing the game. I definitely recommend playing the game because I'm playing it right now, and I'm like on Inkwell Isle 3, and I'm almost finished with the game, and it's so fun. It's tough. Don't get me wrong now, it's tough. But, you know, it's something that once you start beating all the levels, it really builds a confidence in you to want to continue on and say, okay, who else can I beat? Oh, I can beat this person. I can beat that boss. I can beat all of them. And I can beat the devil at the end of the game. It really gives you a boost of confidence, and it's so enjoyable. Just like the show is enjoyable, I'm super excited for all the episodes that are going to be coming out, because they were actually saying that they were working on 36 episodes, a whole batch of episodes, and 36 episodes was the total that came out. When can we expect to see these? I'm not sure. Maybe next year, maybe later on this year. It all depends, like I said, you know, the production and post-production and editing and all those things that you need to do during a show. It all depends. I want everybody to just take their time with this. This is going to be a fun show. It's going to be a fun ride, and I just want to say thank you. If any of the people who worked on the show, any of the producers, directors, voice actors, whoever, sculptors, painters, whoever worked on this show, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making such a great show and keeping the Cuphead franchise going, keeping it alive. I really loving what I'm seeing, and I'm ready for more. I'm excited for more. I think that's all in my review. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Definitely highly recommend this animated show. Excited for more. How do I leave you? Big love to you all. Thank you for supporting me through everything that I'm working on and everything that I've done in my life. I wish nothing but good things for you whenever you see this. I hope you have a good day, good week, month, year, whatever it is, century, wherever circumstance you're in. I just hope that you really do have a good time. And I hope you really do enjoy this show as much as I have. I'm gonna leave you here, but I have a message brought to you by two very special people, which I don't know if I got this from the Cuphead show countdown, which I forgot to talk about that, but basically the Cuphead show did a promotion where they have a website where you can do all these little challenges and stuff, and you get all these clips and gifs of the show from the show, which is amazing. But like I said, I have a message from two cups that I was not expecting. Here's what they'll have to say. Like I said, I hope you have a good day, and peace out. Don't forget to hear the message.
Oh boy, that was some adventure, eh, Muggsy?
You said it, Cuphead. I'm just glad we're alive, still have our souls, and now the kettle ain't mad at us for those shenanigans.
And we ended up saving all the souls of the Inkwell Isle from that no-good devil. That reminds me, we should tell our friends from the, internet. Thank you for helping us save all the souls and getting our new show released. Y'all are a bunch of swell folks. And don't forget to watch more of our adventures in the Cuphead show on Netflix. Thank you, Internet people!